hit it. It's interesting how the human mind can take something that has nothing to do with one thing and use it as an inspiration for something completely different.
That is the perfect
segue.
That is the perfect. That is a great segue. That is a fantastic segue.
How did we even get here? Because I swear I don't recognize shit here. Hey.
So I was in Office Max as we're taping. You see that printer over there that you got your keys on, right?
Those aren't my keys. It's your card, buddy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you should be. You were on death's door. I was supposed to take that shit, but you fucking kicked out at 2. Kicked out at 2.5.
Well, I kicked out, I rolled it. I didn't kick out.
So I was looking for printers, and I'm in Office Max. And normally when I go out, I got my earbuds in and I'm not paying attention to anything. But for whatever reason, I just heard Super Freak playing super loud on the fucking speakers. She's a super freak, she's super freaky. Temptations sing. The actual Temptations, by the way, the My Girl Temptations in the 80s were Rick James' backup band. That's how pimp that motherfucker was. Anyway, and it occurred to me.
Now that you mention that word, I think I'm bleeding in my chest.
I think you were.
I was bleeding in my chest.
And
Jesus Christ. That's what happened.
And it occurred to me that...
What about my legs, Charlie Murphy?
That this was, especially in the 80s, this was a super scandalous song. She's a very kinky girl, the kind you don't take home to mother.
You don't take her home to mother, yeah.
She will never let your spirits down once you get her off the street.
That's right. The girl's a super freak.
She likes the girls in the band. She likes the boys in the band. She says, I'm her all-time favorite. When I get her back to, all that other shit, talking about menage a trois and all this other shit, and it's playing in a goddamn Office Max.
Yeah. Well,
Where the most stuffed shirt motherfuckers come to get their binders for their office gigs, and where I've gone when I worked at a gym to get my cards, where people go to get their cards printed out, and all this other stuff for business stuff. Very stuffy, and you can't even, and saying damn in the office will get you written up and all very stuffy business, and yet Super Freak is blaring, and so it made me think about, and you're a musician.
I am.
These songs.
I was.
These songs that, for all intents and purposes, I'm sure they can hear all that shit. You might as well just bring that shit out.
I don't hear anything.
Okay.
I don't have headphones.
These songs that, for all intents and purposes, are very scandalous, but are played in public places. Are played in fucking grocery stores. Are played in fucking, the school band plays the instrumental version on. It's like, what is there? What?
It's in my pocket.
What's the line for these things?
Found it.
Okay. What's the line? What's the line for these things? Like what? I don't even know what the real question is. Like if you're in a spot and you hear a song that you like, does anything?
Brent, what are you trying to ask me?
Here's what I'm trying to ask.
Jesus Christ.
Has any song stopped you in your tracks when you heard it in a certain place? Like you're in a grocery store, not ever. Like you're in a grocery store and you hear Prince all of a sudden come on the fucking thing. We can fucking till the funk until the dawn, making love to shit. Like the song's Erotic City, and I'm listening to it while I'm walking down the aisle about to cross paths with a granny with her shopping list about to get some Duncan Hines shit. Or this little, like, does any of that stuff, has that ever happened to you where you're like, that's an interesting song to be playing right now in this environment?
Yes and no. Because I think...
Like it's all ambient noise now?
Now it is. I mean, it's not so much about the lyrics of a song for me. It's more of like, how did it get certain songs on certain stations? I think it's more of a thing. Like if I'm walking through a grocery store and I hear Prince, I'm like, how the fuck did you get the rights to Prince? And here? Like, because stores don't typically have satellite radio or nothing like that.
A lot of them do now.
Maybe. But when I was hearing it, it wasn't a thing. Like I know my hotel did. The lobby in the hotel, we had certain specific stations we could play. So it would make sense. But like, I can't say specific lyrics and stuff because you think about the words you just said in that song. People are living way riskier lives than that these days. Like, all the time. There's people that are giving it up for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the lyrics to that song, think about what you said. Like, if you quote everything you just said, you didn't say anything that a girl on Instagram ain't doing today in a heartbeat. That ain't like nothing. You literally said nothing in that Super Freak song.
But there are certain aspects of everyday life with other human beings involved in it that you don't expect to hear these songs at. Like as an Uber driver, I have an 80s. I have these playlists that I put together. I don't know that Super Freak is on my playlists.
It should be. You trying to get that real tip?
Ironically enough, Mary Jane is on one of my playlists.
Now that one,
but
is always gonna take you to Friday, and that one always makes you think of weed. But weed's legal now, so is it really?
Well,
that
Mary
bad?
Jane it was always about weed,
right? But I'm saying now that weed is legal, is that really such a crazy thing now? That song?
No, not now.
No, and that's my point. If you listen to it in the era, yeah, if they playing that shit at McDonald's in that era, you looking like they playing this shit in here right now? What the fuck?
But
come here, baby.
But there are different sexual songs. There's different songs about different
I don't really hear
things.
sexual songs like that out there though. Like Super Freak was that song back in the day. That was one of them songs. People would be like, "Yo, you can't listen to this shit. You kids in here. What's wrong with you?"
Yeah.
But you listen to the lyrics now in this era, man. I'm telling you, if I open my Instagram right now, the percentages, the likelihood of it being a half naked woman is very high within the first 3 posts at least. And it might be all 3 posts. Let's test it. Let's see.
Now, by the way, I'm not coming at this from a puritanical standpoint.
Don't say tanical.
Because I am by no means a Puritan. I curse all the goddamn time. Fuck your kids.
Don't just
all that shit.
But
okay.
What did I say?
I'm saying other people.
What's the first shot you see here?
Oh, she's just on a board though.
She's working out, mind you. Nothing wrong with the picture.
Yeah.
No judgments here. My
now,
point being,
now you can see all her ass. But
my point being, this right here in the 90s or the 2000s early part, if I'd received a picture like this, I'd be like, what? That girl's in a bikini. That's fantastic. Mm-hmm. But now I see this on my Instagram every day. This is the first thing that popped up. This is my homegirl, matter of fact. And
you just gave it a like.
Yeah, because she's doing some athletic shit. That's dope. But I'm just saying, like, okay, that was one. Let's see what the second one is. Okay? Let's see.
Bikini.
She's got a top on that in school was illegal. The spaghetti strain.
And Daisy Dukes, which were also illegal.
So this is not anything crazy at all in this era. As a matter of fact, this is very modest for what she's wearing. But point being, back in the day, this is like, yo, what the hell are we looking at? Shorty is wearing Daisy Dukes in a crop top. Okay, now we finally got to some basketball. He pulled this shit from 50 feet, by the way. This was to win the game.
Wow, that was almost half court.
He did 2 of those. He did one from the other side first.
And it didn't look pretty either. He looked like
Dang Tom. Yeah, he shoots those though. He ooh, get off me. Ooh, step back. Ooh. Yeah, I'll shoot from here. Bucket. Like that's they've gotten ridiculous. At this point it's sick. It's sick that people shoot like that. But that's my point. Like every other what's the fourth thing? Now she's straight up in lingerie. This right here back in the day is
not lingerie, that's underwear.
Isn't lingerie underwear technically?
That's just straight up underwear.
Yeah, this is straight up underwear. I don't even know who this is, but
them just straight up panties.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, now we finally got somebody saying, hold on, let me give Lauren a little shout. Hold on, let's see what she did. This won't get taken down, don't worry.
If I could go let down my hair, would you take off those clothes you wear?
I've never even seen this video, but stop itself. But anyway, just homegirl from back home.
Yeah.
Virginia, shouts to Lauren Hoban. So random, but so guess what happens when you go on your Instagram? You see a bunch of random, like, okay, one person was doing something athletic. One girl was wearing a spaghetti strap Daisy Duke outfit. Nothing too crazy, but like, that's what I'm saying though. You get desensitized.
Social media is ostensibly a curated
Don't say ostensibly
thing.
To me, man. What the hell is ostensibly?
It's a curated thing. It's people you choose to follow.
Ostensibly.
Versus you're in the goddamn grocery store.
Ostensibly?
Yes.
You had to say ostensibly.
Versus you're in the goddamn grocery store and all of a sudden you hear about this girl who,
no, because I didn't choose to follow. Listen, I did not choose to follow all those people. Those people were presented to me.
There's not a crowd to her, she says.
So, okay. So you see people on Instagram. You follow one person. What happens? You get 6 to 7 to 8 suggestions immediately.
Right. These are people that you bring into your social media circle as opposed to you going to a public place and you hear these different things.
You get an instant breakdown of 7 more people that you would probably like. I clicked on a redhead one time, this 1 week. Mm-hmm. I got 14 pages of hot redhead women. Well, yeah, I do care what Sally looks like. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I think I will follow Tanya there. Okay. Next thing I know, I had like 47 redheads on my page. Did you
click on her thigh where her baby's face was?
That's an old joke, buddy. We've left that joke in last week.
Oh, excuse me.
But no, I'm just like, I'm looking and I'm like, yo, so the next day I had to get up and I clicked delete on one of them, right? Because I was like, it's too many fucking redheads on my timeline now. Yeah. It's not the same. It doesn't give the same appeal if I'm looking at non-stop redheads.
Yeah.
So I got rid of one. Like somebody tried to tell me about the Irish festival. Over in Ireland, they got the festival where it's like all the redheads. Mm-hmm. I was like, no, that's the creepiest shit ever. I don't want to see 9 million redheads.
Shout out to St. Patrick's Day, by the way.
Shout out to St. Patrick's Day. That's why I got to get this.
As it's coming out, it's going to be about St. Patrick's Day.
Oh shit, that's the 14th, 15th,
17th,
17th. I was close. Anyway,
give or take,
somewhere in there. But point being,
I should have worn green today for this episode. I didn't think about it. Shout outs.
Shouts to you out there, Irish people. Shouts to Conor McGregor. You like Conor McGregor? Who the fuck is this guy?
Who the fuck?
Who the fuck is this guy?
Who the fuck is this guy?
That's still one of the greatest insults of all time. That shit was so quick.
Yeah.
Nigga really didn't know who was talking
to
him.
He didn't know.
He was dead serious. I'm sure he knew him as a fighter, but he was just like, you're not big enough for me to...
I probably saw him around somewhere.
Like, motherfucker, I know you work here, but who the fuck is this guy? Anyway, but yet my point being, I clicked one and I deleted one. And then it said, you follow... That's a sweet sound. You follow 17 more pages like this. Would you like to review? And I was like, yeah. I went a little redhead crazy, so I had to go back and delete all these fucking redhead pages the next day. I'm like, yo, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, I didn't do that. I didn't necessarily look up every single one of these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of it is just dropped on you. It's marketing, it's advertising, it's a lot of stuff. God damn it. You see those pops?
That was pretty loud.
You're the worst.
That was pretty loud.
I'm wearing headphones, man.
I didn't try to muffle that.
Jesus
that can Christ. Opening at all. That was
no crimes with this nigga, man. That's ridiculous. But nonetheless, my point being, we go through all these fucking advertisements. We have all this stuff, so it's not really our fault. We get desensitized to all this shit. It just gets to a point where you're just like, those songs don't sound bad no more. Think about the worst songs from the 60s. Most of them, you ain't, man, what the hell? I crept into her room. We made love. Like, you can sing some shit like this. It ain't no like, we was in the back of the car, we was fucking.
Yeah.
Pop that thing out, shorty was sucking. Oh.
Yeah.
It ain't no shit like that. Or like, that's some wet. Like, these songs in comparison.
Yeah, wet ass pussy. Wet ass WAP is gonna be playing in a Vons in 20 years.
Stop. They ain't never playing WAP.
WAP is gonna play in a Vons in 20 years.
Uncle Luke still ain't playing. They not playing Uncle Luke and Food Line. Or you don't know what Food Line is. And Vons.
I swear.
Shouts to the East Coast.
I swear Push It played somewhere. I know Push It was probably on somebody's loudspeaker.
At the time, yes, but look at
No, I mean now.
No.
Nowadays,
but I'm saying at
Push
the
It's
time,
probably on somebody's
those
shit.
lyrics were crazy at the time. But they really not as crazy because they were at least coding. They were metaphors.
How did we even get here? Cause I swear I don't recognize shit here.